The death of a young conservative influencer sparks surge in new Turning Point chapters on college campuses, including one here at JMU.
Plus, you may have noticed some new changes in the student section at the last football game. We have what you need to know.
And the JMU Career Fair returned, how it helped one student land a job.
Live from the Allison B. Parker Studio in the School of Media Arts and Design at James Madison University, this is Breeze TV.
Welcome to Breeze TV. I'm Abby Allard.
And I'm Olivia Williams.
Today marked the first Board of Visitors meeting of the semester and the first for JMU's new president, James Schmidt. From housing issues to student engagement, President Schmidt outlined several key goals, including expanding off-campus housing and increasing support for undergraduate research. The board approved a new special education program set to launch next fall. President Schmidt also stressed the importance of philanthropy in helping JMU continue to grow. While university leaders noted strong 92% student retention rate, looking ahead, there's talk of possibly expanding the football stadium due to football ticketing sales officially surpassing all other schools in the Sun Belt Conference. And in a big weekend for the campus retail, the JMU and Lululemon collaboration brought in serious numbers. The bookstore made around $426,000 between Thursday and Sunday. With this success, the university hopes to attract even more brand sponsors and vendors and partnerships in the near future. After the death of American conservative political activist and influencer Charlie Kirk, schools across the nation are working to create chapters of the organization he founded. Our Alexa Bonilla has what JMU is doing.
A group of students at JMU are working to revive the university's Turning Point USA chapter. According to the New York Times, over 50,000 schools across the country have filed to start chapters since the death of Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk's assassination was horrific. No matter what your political beliefs, the death of a man publicly for exercising his right to free speech is something that we can't tolerate.
In the span of 24 hours, over 250 students expressed interest in joining JMU's Turning Point chapter.
We started this out with like 10 people, and then it just kept going and going. And to see the reaction was just a really good feeling after a week of heartache.
Over 100 students gathered here at Warsaw Parking Deck on Monday evening to discuss their goals and plans if JMU approves a Turning Point chapter.
In light of Charlie Kirk's assassination, just losing a leader like that, now we need to have a time for all of us to come together and be the leaders ourselves.
By bringing Turning Point back to campus, students hope to create an atmosphere where students can engage in political discourse and exercise their First Amendment rights.
Our executive team and our chapter, we're fired up, we're ready, and we're motivated to make a change.
While Turning Point isn't officially recognized by JMU yet, the students are hoping to gain recognition in the next week. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Alexa Bonilla.
Election season is right around the corner. If you want to secure your vote early, Breeze TV's Brandon Portillo-Ponte has all the information you need. Brandon.
Thanks, Olivia. Early voting in Virginia begins today, September 19th, and runs through November 1st. There are several ways you can register to vote, including going to your local DMV, going on the Virginia Department of Elections Citizen Portal, and you can also request an application from your local registrar. And to find your local registrar, you can go on the Virginia Department of Elections website. You can select the How to Register page. You select your city or county, and then you'll get all of the information that you need. If you aren't sure whether you've already registered or not, you can check your status on this website as well. That's all I have for you. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Brandon. The James Madison University community is remembering Benjamin Delp, a proud double Duke who dedicated more than 2 decades to the university. Delp died on Sunday.
Delp first came to JMU in 2004 as an undergraduate and later completed his master's degree. Over 20 years, he served in several roles, most recently as Director of Federal Relations and Communications in the Division of Research, Economic Development, and Innovation.
I think he blended well his professional life and his personal interests in a way that was mutually beneficial, and also I think really help move JMU forward.
Delp's commitment went far beyond the office. Every fall, he led a food drive for the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, an effort that has provided the equivalent of 70,000 meals. Delp also gave his time to causes like Virginia Clean Cities, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and the Center for International Stabilization and Recovery. Delp was described as humble, supportive, and deeply involved in university life.
Yeah, it's of course, it's hard. This is a community. JMU is a community that really does care. And that's been, I think, encouraging in this hard time.
Since Delp's passing, many people have reached out to Tongan and his colleagues with kind words, recalling the qualities that made Delp stand out.
And I really like this comment someone made. They said, he has a rare ability to be fully engaged in conversations, making others feel heard and valued. And I think that is something that was not unique. I think a lot of us tried to do that, but he did it in a very distinctive way.
In his memory, Delp's family created the Benjamin T. Delp Memorial Scholarship Fund at JMU. His colleagues also plan to carry on his annual food drive for the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, honoring his legacy through service.
The two JMU alumni who went missing during a hunting trip in Colorado have been found dead. 25-year-olds Andrew Porter and Ian Stasko from the Charlottesville area had been missing since September 11th. Colorado search and rescue teams located their bodies Thursday afternoon in the Rio Grande National Forest. Authorities say the men were last seen the morning of September 12th by fellow hunters near the Spruce Hollow trailhead. The two reported spotting a large bull elk and told the other hunters they were heading back out to track it. That was the last time they were seen alive. Family and friends had been holding out hope during the week-long search, even launching a GoFundMe to support rescue efforts. Porter's fiancée Bridget Murphy shared a message of love and determination online during the search, writing, "We love you, we are here, and we won't stop." The families are now grieving the loss of both young men. Authorities in Colorado are continuing their investigation into exactly what happened.
Coming up on the Sports Desk, new ticketing practices at Bridgeport Stadium, plus a look into the Duke's trip to Lynchburg on Saturday.
The one, the only, Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
The best car for the best price with the best payment plan. It's all waiting for you at Consumers Auto Warehouse in Stanton. Why not swing on by and let us show you how affordable a top quality used car is. Consumers Auto Warehouse, Richmond Avenue, Stanton.
This is Breeze TV.
Welcome to the Breeze TV Sports Desk. I'm Ethan Dufresne. JMU Athletics has recently implemented a new ticketing policy for football games this season. The change follows to help offset the increasing amount of safety concerns. Breeze TV's Kendall Matthews has the story.
As the JMU student population grows, so does attendance to the football games. Bridgeport Stadium welcomed roughly 24,968 students and patrons into the home opener against Weber State. In order to control the crowd, JMU Athletics is now incorporating a stamping mechanism for the north end zone of Bridgeport Stadium, where the student section is.
It's like you look at these images that we had from the field and from the press box and our fire marshal and public safety folks, and they were very concerned about the possibility of what could happen. And we just collectively said we've got to do something.
Each student that receives a stamp may enter or exit the north end zone without losing access to this section for the entirety of the game. Employees from RMC events held signs to encourage students to remain in attendance by sitting in the general admissions section.
What happens is each year, more and more the students develop this culture that that's where we want to be to experience the football game. Even if there are wide open sections on the east side where they wouldn't be crowded, they'd have space.
The north end zone will not reopen throughout the game unless the athletics department approves of the conditions. Despite popular demand for tickets, JMU Athletics is still focusing on giving students greater access to attend games.
We traditionally try to keep around 6,000 student tickets for our student population. And I say that as an average because that's what we like to shoot for. It's about 1/4 of the population of our entire stadium. And then we try to flex that when we can.
As this football season progresses, JMU Athletics plans to keep the stamping mechanism in place. With Parents Weekend approaching, its focus remains on keeping students and patrons safe. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Kendall Matthews.
After a bye week last week and a 28-14 loss to Louisville the week before, JMU looks to make it back in the win column against the Liberty Flames Saturday in Lynchburg. This matchup will be the inaugural game of the new Battle of the Blue Ridge rivalry between the Dukes and Flames. Currently, there are 10 games scheduled between the two from 2025 to 2040, with the 2040 game currently being the furthest scheduled game in college football as of today. For the Dukes, they are currently on a 20-game winning streak versus in-state opponents. It swept Old Dominion in all three matchups and tacked on a win against the University of Virginia and Norfolk State since joining the Sun Belt Conference. Defensively, for JMU, it will be taking on Liberty quarterback Ethan Vasco. A transfer from Coastal Carolina looks to bounce back after a 39-7 loss against JMU with the Chanticleers last year. Vasco went 5 for 18 with 84 passing yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. The Dukes have generated 4 turnovers over its 2 games so far. Liberty is currently 1-2 with a win over Maine and losses to Jacksonville State and Bowling Green. The game kicks off at 3:30 p.m. Stay tuned for post-game coverage on our social media. There's lots of JMU sports action this weekend, including an invitational at the Convocation Center. Breeze TV's Andrew Coliani has this week's weekend preview.
Thanks, Ethan. JMU men's soccer team hits the road tonight, facing West Virginia in Morgantown at 7 p.m. JMU faced West Virginia last year, where the match resulted in a tie. The Dukes are looking to get their first win of the season, coming off a 0-0 tie with Liberty, where they totaled 7 shots on goal and 3 saves. Volleyball is back at the Convocation Center for the Erie Insurance Invitational. It'll take on UT Rio Grande Valley tonight at 6, Delaware State Saturday at 7, and William Mary Sunday at 2. In its most recent win over Ball State, the Dukes racked up 88 points and 71 kills. Field hockey travels to the University of Michigan on Sunday for a 1 o'clock matchup. Junior Ava Drexler-Amy scored the Dukes' only goal in their recent loss to UVA and looks to stay hot against the Wolverines. Women's soccer hosts Georgia Southern Sunday at 1 p.m. in Centera Park. In its most recent loss to Old Dominion, the girls had 8 shots on goal and 5 saves, before ODU's Ashlyn Kula scored the game-winning goal. And finally, women's tennis starts play in the ITA All-American Championships in Cary, North Carolina this Saturday. Redshirt sophomore Anna Cantor went undefeated in her last tournament and will look to continue this streak in this tournament. That's all for your sports weekend preview. Abby and Olivia, back to you.
An organization on campus is celebrating Black poetry. Learn more about this organization.
And I'm here at the Center for Global Engagement to learn more about International Week at JMU.
It's bow time. It's not a menu hack anymore. Bojangles Sausage Bowberry Biscuit is officially available for a limited time. Enjoy sizzling sausage on a made-from-scratch Bowberry Biscuit, because sweet and savory belong together. Get one at Bojangles today. It's bow time. It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today. It's bow time. Introducing new Bojangles chicken wings. Try the boldly seasoned classic, sweet and smoky barbecue, or creamy buffalo for some heat. Head to Bojangles and order all 3 flavors for your next party. It's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Well, just right around the corner is International Week. Breeze TV's Madison Florzik is out in the field to learn more. Madison.
Thanks, Abby. I'm here with J.Y. Joe, who's the Executive Director at the Center for Global Engagement. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to share the International Week 2025, presented by the Center for Global Engagement.
So what can you tell us about JMU's International Student Week?
Yes, the I Week is this year's theme is the world in our hands. Culture, connection, and change. So the theme tried to tell us that the culture is not something that we just observe, and it's something that we create all together through the connections that we build, the traditions we share, and the experience that put us closer.
What are some benefits International Week offers for students?
Yes, the CGE's mission is to connect JMU with the world. And iWeek is really one of the ways that to bring that mission to life by creating opportunities for our students, faculty, and community members to engage across cultures and to spark curiosity and develop this shared understanding about the global community that we are all part of that, and especially really experience the global community that's right here at JMU.
Amazing. And if students wanted to get involved with International Week, what could they do?
Yeah, we have so many really interesting activities for students. Monday, we have the keynote speaker, Dr. Holly Carter from Harlaxton College in UK, and she will talk about what happened if change happened to us, which happened to all of us. And then Tuesday, we have the Local is Global Market that's right outside of the D Hall, and students can enjoy different kind of vendors and explore the local global community. And Wednesday, we have this annual study abroad fair in the festival ballroom, and students can come and talk to our faculty to explore the opportunities to study abroad across almost nearly 60 countries. And then Friday we have the International Variety Show presented by our international students and faculty. That will be really, really fun to experience.
That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
International Week will be held from September 22nd to September 26th. That's all from me. Back to you.
Thanks, Madison. The Career Center hosted its annual career fair at the Atlantic Bank Union Center on Tuesday and Wednesday. Breeze TV's Grace Flashman spoke with attendees about the event's importance.
The AUBC was filled with students dressed their best, ready to speak with employers. Students of all grades attended the career fair.
We always encourage students, no matter what year, like don't wait till you're a senior. Like I talked to a couple first years that are here today, which I think is amazing.
The event helps students network and talk to employers in a professional setting. 148 businesses attended, providing connections for students of all majors. Many students were able to secure interviews, internships, and potential full-time jobs. Leanne English Stewart attended the fair last year where she landed her summer internship. This year, she was at the fair as an employer for Alcu.
What we look for with students is just being very outgoing, being able to talk to people always helps, being able to carry that conversation, make them feel comfortable with having that conversation. Also being money motivated, that always helps as well.
As students transition from college to the job market, organizers emphasize the importance of having experiences like this to practice skills like interviewing.
There's an array of businesses, plus with the 2 days, you can get a chance to speak to multiple different people.
If you couldn't make it to the event but are interested in career opportunities, there are many other University Career Center events coming up, like the Hart School Fair on November 5th and the University Career Fair next semester. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Grace Fleshman.
One organization is keeping poetry alive at JMU. Breeze TV's Madison Florzik has the story.
This is Furious Flower, an organization founded by Dr. Joanne Gabin in 1994. It's dedicated to inspiring young poets at JMU and celebrating Black poetry.
College is about broadening and expanding your perspective, so this is a wonderful space to do that in a creative, moving, hopefully, and powerful way.
This year's Poetry Prize winner, Martin's Deep, wants people to see themselves in his poetry. He wants his poems to challenge others to speak for themselves.
One of the things I'm obsessed with is being able to bring the audience or my reader into an experience, whether it's grief or whether it's joy, whether it's pain, whether it's nothing.
Honorable mention, Ian Kahara Elisante sees poetry as art that can be found anywhere.
Nobody gets to tell you that you're a poet. You tell yourself, and you decide that for yourself. There's no checklist, for like now you're, officially a poet. Write poems, and you're a poet.
To find out more on Furious Flower and its impact, visit the jmu.edu Furious Flower website. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Madison Florsick.
Explore the caverns and the music. Discover the world's largest instrument and the mystery behind the sound.
And how a food truck festival is helping a local nonprofit this weekend.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you could say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time. It's bow time. It's not a menu hack anymore. Bojangles Sausage Bowberry Biscuit is officially available for a limited time. Enjoy sizzling sausage on a made-from-scratch Bowberry biscuit because sweet and savory belong together. Get one at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
The one. The only. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit. Nothing compares to our signature Cajun Spice Chicken Breast Filet on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit is so good, we serve it all day. For a limited time, get 2 Cajun Filet Biscuits for just $5. Bojangles, it's bow time.
This is Breeze TV.
Valley Open Doors is hosting its annual Food Truck Fest event this weekend. Breeze TV's Grace Fleshman joins us live in the studio with a representative for more on the event. Grace.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm here with Penny Naden, the Marketing and Development Coordinator for Valley Open Doors. Valley Open Doors is a shelter for unhoused people in the Harrisonburg and Rockingham community. So Penny, can you tell me more about the mission of Valley Open Doors?
Yes, so our mission is all about supporting individuals experiencing homelessness. So we provide safe shelter, access to services, and compassionate support for individuals in the Harrisonburg and Rockingham community.
Yeah, of course, that sounds like a great organization. And Valley Open Doors is hosting Food Truck Festival on Saturday. What is Food Truck Festival and why do you think people should attend the event?
Well, this is our 9th annual fundraiser, and it's our largest fundraiser of the year. So we have obviously food trucks, lots of live music and bands, we have vendors, and lots of just family fun. So we've got a bouncy house and a petting zoo.
That's so fun. And finally, how will the proceeds raised benefit your organization?
Well, Open Doors is mainly run on private donations. About 80% of our budget is based off of our community support. So 100% of your ticket for Food Truck Fest is going directly into our mission. So, and invite your friends because students get a discount.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Food Truck Fest will be on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Rockingham County Fairgrounds. Abby and Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Grace. On Tuesday, Luray Caverns took on a new sound. Breeze TV's Julia Snell went underground to find the cavern's tune.
The world's largest instrument, the Great Stalagpipe Organ, is located here in Luray Caverns. JMU professor Judith Avkarchik had the opportunity to perform on it.
It's not just that I got to play in a place that was so beautiful, but since the organ itself is the cave, getting to hear the actual cave make the sounds of the pieces was something unbelievable.
Avkarchik performed 5 pieces, including Variations Underground by JMU alumnus Andrew Welling and Character Number 1 by JMU professor Casey Cangelosi. Character Number 1, originally for the marimba, an instrument similar to a xylophone, was chosen because the Great Stalagpipe Organ is a percussion instrument, a lithophane, unlike most organs, which are wind instruments, aerophones.
You know, we're familiar with piano pieces moving to marimba, or even marimba pieces moving to piano. We've seen those exchanges happen, but the stalagpipe organ is a totally unique instrument. I mean, there is literally nothing else like it.
The organ is rarely played manually, making the recital a rare event.
Don't allow a lot of people to come down and just play the organ. We take it very seriously ourselves. So when I found someone that was so passionate, so close, and I thought this is a perfect fit to do a little something unique. It's really the first really real recital that I've been a part of, and I've been here 23 years.
Though there are no current plans, JMU professor Judith Avkarchik wishes to come back eventually. Reporting for Breeze TV, I'm Julia Snell.
Theater projects can lead to creative solutions, but not always safe solutions. JMU professor Brian Smallwood, co-founder of Safe Makers, a nonprofit organization focused on educating theater safety and secondary education. Safe Makers travels across the East Coast to schools that request site assessments. A Safe Maker representative assesses the space to give a safety report. This can include recommendations like emergency plans or connections to third-party companies to help in situations where Safe Makers cannot. The founders can also give OSHA training to teachers.
It is hard to assess safety at your own place because you're used to it, and so you walk past a bunch of stuff that might not be as safe as you would want.
Safe Makers' goal is to aid students and teachers in creating a safer working environment in school and beyond. Smallwood said, quote, "Safety is a journey, not a destination, so there's always room for improvement." Breeze TV's executive producer Lauren Keller is on the other side of the camera this week.
She's in the studio with your weekend weather.
Thanks, Abby and Olivia. It's great to be on this side of the camera. Well, the heat from yesterday is definitely carried over to today. If you're wondering whether to go out tonight, it will cool down to the low 70s to mid 60s with clear skies. So I say it would be a great night. On Saturday, Petersburg, Franklin, and Winchester are going to stay in the low 80s for their highs. The rest of Rockingham County will be in the highs of 70s, and the skies may turn a little gray with about a 20 to 30% chance of rain in most areas. And if you're planning to go to the Lynchburg, Virginia game with JMU and Liberty, here is your game day weather. Tailgating temperatures at 2 is going to be around 82 degrees. At kickoff at 3:30 p.m., it's going to be 83, being partly cloudy. At halftime around 5 p.m., it'll clear up and it'll lower a bit to 81. And then end of the game temperatures at around 7, it'll stay sunny at 77 degrees. Winds throughout the game will stay about 6 miles per hour. And back to Rockingham County, Sunday's weather high will be in the low 70s to high 60 degrees. The clouds will still cover the sky with about a 35% chance of rain in the county. And it seems to be the weather for the rest of the week. It seems to be cloudy and cool. So enjoy the sunshine before the rain comes back. Abby, Olivia, back to you.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm looking forward to seeing the JMU and Liberty game this weekend, so I hope that the Dukes can win this one.
I hope so too, but we will see, and we will see you next week on Breeze TV.